Well, it's a sunny day in Portland. Actually, it's not. It's not a sunny day in Portland. It's a cloudy day in Portland, but the sun just happens to be shining through for the first time all day right now. Today is the summer solstice, which is the longest day of the year in the Northern Hemisphere. I'm excited because I am headed east to the Palouse region of Washington. I am scouting for my workshop coming up next week. So tonight I'll be headed to Palouse Falls to do some camping. And for the next 2 nights after that, I have secured an Airbnb in an old farmhouse homestead right out in the middle of the region where I want to be. As you can tell, once again, I am recording audio on the GoPro and on my headset. So the prior setup that I had used this GorillaPod as a base for the GoPro. Even the smallest little flex of these legs made a very loud sound in the GoPro. So this whole thing essentially became a microphone. Right now, I've got everything mounted with a suction cup onto my dashboard right there. We'll see if the suction cup holds. At some point, I'm sure you guys are going to take a tumble. And anyway, hopefully production value will go up over time. So it's cloudy. It's about 2 o'clock in the afternoon. I will be on the road for at least 5 hours to get to Palouse Falls. If we're lucky, we'll have a sunset tonight at Palouse Falls and a sunrise tomorrow at Palouse Falls before we head further east out into eastern Washington. Anyway, thanks for joining me on the trip. Hopefully it's not a line of skunks in front of us. Because quite honestly, the last 4 or 5 sunsets and sunrises I've gone out to chase have turned out to be skunk. I'm optimistic. This is going to turn around. We're going to have a great trip, and I'll have some good things to show you along the way. So that's what we're doing. We are enjoying the journey. It's not about the destination. This is all about the journey, and I'm glad you're here to share this with me.
5 hours later, we were nowhere near Palouse Falls, and we pulled over to the side of the road to watch the sun go down. I blame it on the most delicious carnitas burrito I have ever consumed, and I have no regrets for this, except that I am here using my iPhone, which introduces a completely new level of audio and video aberration. I only got 2 shots from this pullover, and they're not worth much, so I probably won't show them to you at all. Oh wait, I just did.
All right, good morning. It is day 1 of the Palouse adventure. And now my microphone is dragging against my zipper in a way that makes it completely unusable audio again. This is awesome. Love it. Love technology and how it's working for me. Well, it is about 5 a.m. at Palouse Falls. Had my alarm set for a sunrise spectacular, and I kept looking out and seeing that it didn't look like much. It still doesn't look like much. But at about 4:40, there's a tiny kiss of pink in the contrails that we're going across there. And we decided that was going to be the only color we were going to get. It wasn't worth much, honestly. Palouse adventure, day 1. We're here with the crew for a phenomenal sunrise. There was a tiny bit of pink in the sky. A tiny bit of pink in the sky. And actually those clouds are going to light up. They're starting to light up here on the low deck. But it's such a low deck we can't see it. If you imagine really hard, we're having a beautiful sunrise here at Palouse Falls. The marmots are out. Actually, the marmots are a better thing to see than the sunrise this morning. And almost every morning at Palouse Falls. Because Palouse Falls is, after all, what? A waterfall. They're made to disappoint. It's just water running downhill. Something that's been happening since the beginning of time. Wow. Nice. There is a moon.
Yeah, well, man.
Alright, the good thing about a GoPro stick like this is, versus what I used to use, is it doesn't transmit as much sound up to you guys. And as soon as I say GoPro stop video, seriously, one of the coolest things about here is playing with the marmots. By playing with, I just mean watching them. They're cute little suckers. Tim's in love with the marmots. He just loves them. He communicates with them on some level. I don't know. I guess it's just because they're both so lovable. Cuddly. Well, that's about it for here. All right, here we are at that PNW bus, icon of Middle Eastern Washington. Now, the PNW bus used to be out on somebody's farm in a very picturesque location, and it was trespassed all the time and graffitied, and it was beautiful, but it was a liability. So the town of Washtucna, what's the name of this town?
Washtucna.
It's not Washtucna, isn't it Washtucna?
Washtucna.
Washtucna?
Washtucna.
This town
Is Washtucna, man.
Well, they moved the bus here to this little thriving metropolis. They moved the bus here, and a generous farm donated the land for that PNW bus to be here. Now it is a tourist attraction. People come from miles around to take pictures with the bus, surrounded by guardrails and granaries and fire stations and all the stuff that's around here. So it's good in that they've preserved it and they've actually made it possible for people to come visit that bus legally. But on the downside, it is way less photographically pleasing, in my opinion. It's a nice bus. Graffitied. They've now removed all of the shards of glass from all the windows. So when you're messing around in the bus, you don't get cut up. There's a lot of photographic opportunities here. Still.
The motor's still
There's cans of paint strewn about. The motor's still in there?
there.
There's pieces of the motor still in there. He's right. Actually, part of the engine block's still there. If you look in this hole, you can see pieces of bus engine.
It posted it twice. I don't know why.
Posted it twice.
You're in the bus. I can't stand up in the bus because I'm a little too tall. Here I am, inside that PNW bus. Right here. Now this is where school children back in the day used to sit. Now, there's no chairs there now, but imagine a bus full of chairs. That's where kids would sit on their way to school. And look, right here, there's one place in this bus I can actually stand up. We gave the bus a solid exploration before determining it was time to do an impromptu portrait shoot. Melissa changed into her signature red outfit, and we made use of the light coming in from the east side. I usually shoot landscapes, but shooting portraits in an environment like this can be a lot of fun as well. Last year I visited the bus under the night sky and shot the Milky Way. There was a guy there named Cabo Junkie, if that's his real name, who had green and purple lights inside and outside the bus. We discovered that the night sky competes with the little town lights there, but we were able to still have a lot of fun using my modified lightsaber techniques on top of the bus. Don't try this at home. Alright, this is quality content here. Our tour of the Palouse continues with this PNW bus being left in the rear view.
Oh,
Hey, say goodbye from that PNW bus, guys. Bye. Bye. See you somewhere else cool. GoPro, stop video. Thank you for joining us on this adventure to that PNW bus and Palouse Falls.
Be sure to tune in to our next video where we continue east across the Palouse to other beautiful scenes in eastern Washington. Be sure to click like, be sure to subscribe, and be sure to tell all your friends about this fantastic video series. And from Under the Fedora, enjoy your journey. Catch you next time. One thing is certain, over the thousands and thousands of years that it took to create this canyon, one constant remains: the mighty marmot, standing watch over the floodwaters. The mighty marmot, calling out the alarm when danger threatens their pack. Calling out a signal when someone brings them a handful of trail mix, which is totally against all leave no trace ethics, but happens all the time in this state park. The mighty marmot. Good morning from that PNW bus. Here we are. That PNW bus making original video content. Oh, hey, Tim. What's up?
Recording me, recording you, recording this. That PNW bus, real original.
Right now, Tim is working the scene at that PNW bus.
Both hands up.
He's got a model, professional model.
Right there. Look up.
They're working together. Yeah, look,
Yes.
yep, yes.
Yes!
Yes!
Brilliant.
Now the photographer has become the model. We're working the scene.
Get
Oh,
some. Get
oh.
some on my head.
That was so hot.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ooh, that's...
Hey guys, guess what? The Big Mouth filter's back for today because guess what? I'm traveling with some special people. Yeah, here's Tim. Yeah, we special, alright. And today we have special guest. Hi! Melissa. She knows the voice filter's on, so she speaks extra high on purpose. Extra high! Oh my gosh. We're here at Palouse Falls. It's amazing. There's water falling behind us, like it has been doing since the Ice Ages. It's amazing. We didn't get a sunrise at all. I mean, Tim thinks there was, but it's really just like, I could have just put a pink filter in the sky. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do on any of my photos of this morning. I'm just gonna come. Guys, when we were watching the waterfall, the one behind me, we're just sitting here and the marmots came out to visit Tim. They just came right out. Here's the one right here close. Guys, you'll never guess what I found. Oh my gosh, it's a bus! It's a bus! A bus! Guys, you'll never guess what we found. That PNW bus. It's right there behind us. It's so bright out here this morning. And guess who's with us? Hey! How's it going? It's Tim. We're pretty excited about that PNW bus. So, the history of the bus is, well, I don't know all the history, but it used to be in a cool place, and now it is in the middle of Washtucna. It's this little town. It's this little, almost like a ghost town, but it has a bus now. And there's no way to take a picture of the bus without something in the background. Kind of sad. But it's preserved, and it's legal to come here now.